Hi, welcome to the world of martial arts. My name is Rick Marallo. We've had a program on here for many, many years. We took a break for some years, but we're really looking forward to working with you again. Today we're going to be starting with an internal martial arts called Tai Chi Chuan. I've practiced Tai Chi for many, many years, and the thing about Tai Chi, which is so beneficial for you, is that it's going to help you with your body structure. It's going to help you with your alignment. It's going to help you with a lot of different things as you continue to practice it. It's very hard to try to do it over the air because a lot of this is done by the sense of touch also. But I'm going to try to take you from the basics and then we're going to work. By the way, the style that you're going to be doing is called the Chen style. This was taught to me by George Shu, who is still practicing out in California. So with that, get up off that couch and let's give it a little roll. So what we're going to start with first, just a simple warm-up, nothing difficult. We'll start at the top, and we're going to work our way all the way down. Hands on your hips, look down, put your feet straight ahead, bend your knees slightly, and let's go with a very light neck roll. Nice and congruent and smooth, not awkward, and go the other way. Nice and smooth. You might hear a little cracks as you're doing it. It's good. It opens up the neckline. Very good. Okay, now I want you to stick your chin out and pull the neck in. Out and in. Out and in. Out and in. This is neck extension, chin in. Stick out and pull back in. Stick out and back in. Now pull your chin in again. Extension your neck and tilt it. Tilt it. Range of motion. Don't stick your chin out. Pull your chin in and get cervical extension. You might feel tight. Mine feels pretty tight today. Very good. Chin in and twist to the right and to the left and to the right and to the left. Looking for a little more range of motion each time. The right and left, and one more time to the right and to the left. Now all the way up and down. All the way up and down. All the way up. One more time. And good. Now we're going to go to our shoulders. I want you to coil your hands, turn your hands inward. I want you to lift up and open the chest cavity and relax and close. And up, open, and close. And again, open, up, and close. I have a lot of people come in and have shoulder injuries, so I want you to take and put your right foot forward. I want you to take your right hand, okay? And I want you to lift your elbow up. Keep the elbow up and make a circle and rock back and come forward. Opening up that shoulder joint. Open. Don't lift your hand up first. Lift the elbow up first. Find the range of motion in the shoulder joint. Turn and watch the hand as you rock forward and rock backwards. Again, trying to hold your body fairly straight as you're doing it. So if you do have a shoulder problem, you might find when you go to lift the elbow up, you're stuck there. It's okay. You go right to the point where you're a little sticky and then just turn again. Right to the point where you're a little bit sticky and turn. And now full maximum all the way up and out. Good. Let's do the other side. Come up, go slow, small range of motion, elbow up and back. Elbow up and back. Elbow up, watch the hand, open the shoulder joint, rock forward, rock backwards, rock forward, rock backwards, rock forward, rock backwards. Full range of motion now. Elbow all the way up. Open the hand and rock back. Good. So that's good shoulders. Here we go. You're on your waist. I want you to make a nice circle. Nice and smooth. That's great. You're doing good. Keep it up. In the Chen style and in most of the martial arts, it's all spiraling energy. Everything you do will have to do with spiraling. Put your feet together and hands on the knees. Make a nice circle, nice and smooth. And reverse. And reverse that again. And the other way. Good. All right, I want you to go into what's known as a horse stance. We're going to work on the hip joint. So what I want you to do is I want you to pretend you're on ice. Now, if I was standing on ice, I would have to lift and tighten my hamstring in the back. So what I want you to do is, this is a form of power stretching. Most people, when they stand, they just use their quadriceps. In this case, I want you to squeeze underneath and squeeze the hamstring and the buttocks. This is very important as you're doing this. Now, I want you to make a circle with that hip joint. And if you're doing this correctly, you'll find that you'll feel it right in the hip. If you're not lifting underneath, it's not going to work. You have to tighten those hamstrings and lift underneath. And now you go the other way, polishing that hip joint. And one more time the other way. All right, we're just going to stretch your hamstrings out a little bit, lock your legs, put your palms down to the ground. If you can't do that, just go to the point where you can just stretch somewhat, stretching the hamstrings. If you can go further, go further. If you can go all the way down, go all the way down. Stretch that hamstring. Very good. Okay, so first thing in Tai Chi is the spine. So it's called cotton boxing. The steel sits inside the spine. So what we have to find first is straight. Finding the body straight, the spine goes straight. So it's if I'm being pulled from the crown of the head and by the coccyx bone underneath. So you have pressure up, you have pressure down, and the spine should go straight. What I'm going to do is just show you real quick here. So when I go to do this, I'm going to turn sideways, and I'm going to hold the ball. I'll go straight ahead now. Now what I want you to do is make sure your feet are straight, your knees are pushed out, your spine goes straight, and now you hold the ball and try to relax your body and hold your spine straight. As I turn sideways, I think you'll see that my spine is straight as I'm standing here. A lot of times there'll be a curve in the back. We don't want that. We want you to pelvic tuck underneath and hold the body straight. Now you might find that to be somewhat difficult as you're doing this, but if you can't do it, what you do is you put your back against the wall. So if I was going against the wall here, I would push against the wall and I would take my hand and push my lower back against the wall. Because most people, when they're standing, have a big arch in the back. So holding straight is very important. Again, take your body, place it up against the wall, take your hand behind your back, and push your lower back against the wall, and that's how you'll start to find straight. Okay, so let's do some stake standing. We're going to stand, hold the ball. I'm hollow in here. My body is totally relaxed. Body is straight. And I want to get a feeling for that. Now a whole dissolving process occurs. The upper body relaxes. The spine goes straight. And you learn how to relax your entire body. If someone was holding my hand up and they let my hand go, it would just fall right down. The least amount to hold your hands up. Again, the only way to find this If you had a mirror and you turn sideways, and then if you put your body up against the wall and you push your lower back against the wall, you would then be able to define, body straight. All right. So considering that, we're doing our Chang Chuan. We're doing a little bit of stake standing. I'm going to dissolve the process, and now we're going to be doing what we call Chen Su Chen. So Chen Su Chen is spiraling energy, and it's like a silkworm. When it makes its cocoon, it spirals. So you have to do these exercises in order to start to be able to do the Chen style. Body straight, feet straight ahead, and let's just make a nice circle. Nice circle. One part moves, everything moves. Turn the body with it. Forward weight, backward weight. So if you want a mirror image, this would be your left hand. Make a circle. Notice as I'm doing this, my body is actually generating the motion. As I'm moving, I'm not just doing this. The whole body, and actually the stomach, which is called dantian, is rotating as I'm doing this. Nice circle. Make a nice circle. It's like you're scribing with your hand. And as you're doing this, make sure the body starts to move with it. Again, make sure you're not just doing this, but the body is generating the circle. Now we're going to reverse it. Roll back. Make a nice circle. You come out. You think shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingertip, and now turn it in and rock back. A nice smooth circle. All right, you're doing great. Keep it up. Go to the other side. Watch your hand. Hold your body straight as you do it. Whole body motion. Seems simple, not simple. Nice circle. Again, not just the arm. The whole body moves. Generates from the dantian, from your abdomen. Spirals up through the back. And reverse. Think shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingertip. Roll back. Supinate back. And 1, 2. Nice and smooth. Relax the whole body. Don't pick your shoulders up. Shoulder down. Shoulder down. Doing great. Keep it up. Whole body move. Rock back. rock forward, slight turn, rock back, rock forward, slight turn. Good. Okay, good. Very good. Shake it out. So we're going to get a little harder. We're going to go down into the horse stance. I'm not going to go too low. Notice my horse stance. As I'm standing, my body's going to go straight again. Sometimes we go low, sometimes we go high. It depends on your level. The knees push out. And don't let the knees penetrate over the toes of the feet. If you do this, this is no good. You have to make sure that as you bend, the knees do not go over the toes of the feet. And again, now I'm just going to make another circle, sitting in that horse stance. Just a nice, light horse stance, nothing too low. Nice and smooth. Now, if you're doing this correctly, you might find this challenging just in itself. If you're leaning over, no good. If you're leaning backwards, no good. You have to find straight and then sit the spine into the pelvis the correct way. Push the knees out. Don't let the knees go over the toes of the feet. Don't let your knees collapse and fall in. Push them out. And reverse. Same thing. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingertip, turn. And the other side. Make a nice circle. Again, the body is generating the circle like the hub of a wheel and the axle. This is the axle. Everything revolves around the dantian, the abdomen. And as you develop in Tai Chi, my abdomen should be making the same exact circle that's generating this outside. Nice and smooth. You're doing great. If you feel like your legs are working too much, don't go that high. Go to a very shallow horse stance. You do the same thing. If you feel like you want to work a little more, bend those knees and get the generation. Again, we like to start you out in just a very light horse stance. I think you'll feel the legs working as it is. And now reverse. Great, super. All right, let's take it up a little more. So now you're going to go shoulder width apart, knees bend, hold the spine straight, and you want to make a vertical figure eight. So take your index finger and make a figure eight in front of your body. And now I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to make that figure eight. You might find this a little bit more difficult. But again, everything in the Chen style has coiling energy, everything that goes with it. So very important that you start with the Chansu Chin. Very good. Now you have to reverse the process. So 1 minute you're going around, then you go down the center line and now reverse it. Ward off, roll back, go down the middle, along the bottom, and you reverse the process. Again, I'm holding my spine straight. My body, if you watch it, was doing all the motion. Good, the other side. Let's scribe a nice circle. Nice circle. Do the figure eight, come up, go around by your head, down the center line, along the bottom. It's almost like your hand's like a paintbrush as you're doing this. What you're trying to develop is the Lao Gong in the hand, which is located right here. This is one of the chi spots. So as you develop in Tai Chi, your chi will move through your body. But first, body structure. First, learning how, getting your body used to the movements that need to, that sit inside the form. Okay, so now I'm going to go around, I come down, and now I reverse the motion. Come around and reverse it. This is harder to do right. Wonderful. You're doing great. Okay. So if you're having a hard time with that, if you painted a yin-yang symbol or you got one at home and you followed it, I think you'll find that it would be easier for you too. All right, so next one is a horizontal figure eight that we're going to paint. It's like there's a circle here and there's a circle here which connects in the middle of the body. So you take an index finger, it's like you're drawing that circle. Now you're going to go down, a little more difficult, you're going to go down into that horse stance and you're going to make a horizontal figure eight. Doing a great job. Keep it up. And we'll go the other side. Horizontal figure eight. Make a nice smooth circularity. Let your body generate the activity. Turn your hips. Let your knees, push those knees out as you're rocking back and forth. Very good. Seems simple, but not simple, okay? Later on, everything that we do moves along those Chen Tzu Chen lines. So if I was doing a circle, it could be a whole body hit. I could roll back and catch. I can do a lot of different things with it. If I had someone here with me, I could show you very easily. All right, so I'm going to show you now. I'm going to give you a little idea what the Chen form looks like and things to come. That would be the first Buddhist warrior tenet. That's the first phase that you go through the form. So, to review what we went over, first was a nice warm-up. The whole idea of the circularity is to kind of get the joints moving, the synovial fluid in the joints. Remember, if your joints start to fail you, it's not good. So, everything inside on this style is they treat the hips like ball bearings. And the idea is you have to train your hip joints so that, number one, it holds your body correctly and your spine sits straight inside of it so that the vertebrae open up inside the spine. The spine's not getting pinched. So you can see whether it's health that you're looking for, or if you're looking for a self-defense, which actually Tai Chi is very powerful. Most people don't even realize that, but they're both hand in hand. You have to learn the same processes in order to get the effects, whether it's for health or whether it's for martial arts. So even a punch, everything they'll do is going to be done through a spiral, right? Through a spiral. Everything they do. So best thing to do is start with the exercises. Find straight. Whether you're practicing Xingyi or Bakwa or Tai Chi or just looking for health, how your gait lands and how you're holding your spine, take a look in the mirror and say, is one shoulder up? Is one shoulder down too far? How's my back line? Am I opening my shoulders? Am I holding my spine straight? Very important. So one more time, hold that ball. You might find this challenging if you do it right too. Make sure your knees are pushed apart, as if you're being pulled from the top of the head and you're being pulled from the lower lumbar, which spinal extension, spinal extension. All right, you did great today. I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to continue on. You'll start to learn the forms. There'll be a few more of the Chen Tzu Chin exercises, and I'm really looking forward to working with you. Also, we'll be doing kids martial arts, Aikido, kickboxing, grappling, a bunch of different things in the world of martial arts. So this is Rick Marallo. Thank you very much for watching and maybe participating.